can only move forward. Can't undo what's been done, cause it's done. Don't judge me on my past life. Don't judge me for my past problems. Don't judge me for the past struggles. Love me for who I am. Love me for who I am. Don't judge me for my past life. Don't judge me for my past problems. Don't judge me for the past struggles. Love me for who I am. Love me for who I am.
Don't you judge me, never do that. You should've knew that. Send a shot, I'm sending two back. The vest is going through that. Now these sticky situations had me stuck like a glue trap. I'm like, why would you do that? I promised them a true fact. Now who that? Acting all new black, like they would never do that. Keep it real, pimp, and tell me where the truth at. If you make mistakes, then learn from them. You don't gotta burn from them. When they wanna judge, swerve on them. Flip a bird, homie. They got some nerve, though. I got a couple words for them. I made it out the hood, pimpin', I live in the burbs, homie. Niggas don't act right, they judge it by your past life. And it don't really matter, got my bag right.
Can't take back my mistakes, I can only move forward. Can't undo what's been done, cause it's done. Don't judge me on my past life. Don't judge me for my past problems. Don't judge me for the past struggles. Love me for who I am. Love me for who I am. Don't judge me for my past life. Don't judge me for my past problems. Don't judge me for the past struggles. Love me for who I am. Love me for who I am.
Now if you're living in the past and that's where you stay, I'm trying to make a new path for some better days. And all my old ways, I put them with the throwaways. And if you're living for the day, the problems go away. I'm trying to reach the golden gate, and that's what motivate. Cause you would never know the day, so focus on your play. Should never try to eliminate, pimp and try to demonstrate. Remember how the winners at are trying to put it into play. No, my mistakes were never made. The shit you gotta face, just never fold or never break. I promise you'll be straight, but you can never run from fate. On God, you won't be late. Don't let a hater hate. It's okay because you here today.
Can't take back my mistakes, I can only move forward. Can't undo what's been done, cause it's done. Don't judge me on my past life. Don't judge me for my past problems. Don't judge me for the past struggles. Love me for who I am. Love me for who I am. Don't judge me for my past life. Don't judge me for my past problems. Don't judge me for the past struggles. Love me for who I am. Love me for who I am. I take each day as it comes. I keep looking forward. I won't dwell on the mistakes from the past. You shouldn't have done. Oh. Can't take back my mistakes. I can only move forward. Can't undo what's been done, cause it's done.
Let's go.
Don't judge me on my past life.
Oh, yeah.
Don't judge me for my past problems.
Oh, yeah.
Don't judge me for the past struggles. Love me for who I am. Love me for who I am. Don't judge me for my past life. Don't judge me for my past problems. Don't judge me for the past struggles. Love me for who I am. Love me for who I am.
And new tonight, an armed militia marches outside the suspect's home.
Well protected, well protected.
You don't win wars by marching and protesting. You win wars by fighting back.
Yeah, I love y'all.
This is the part where I get to say I told you so. When everybody else said, you know, we were crazy, we was over the top, that we was making stuff up, Brunswick. But a lot of people don't realize that also was the moment that galvanized the start of our movement. It was from Brunswick that the NFAC blew up, and then the next time you saw us was at Stone Mountain. A lot of people act like we popped up at Stone Mountain and we was in Brunswick first. I'm up in the building. It was the Brunswick issue first.
Some of these people be talking, and they ain't really about that action. We faced with a whole bunch of problems, while the blacks wanna add on baggage. It get cold in the world, motherfucker better get your jacket. If I happen to pull out my ratchet, better hope a motherfucker know magic. About to just just wrapped in plastic. Body just placed in caskets. If you're black, then your life just has it. Why the fuck our life ain't tragic? GMJ taught a nigga not to be so passive. So I won't be a weak little bastard. And the truth, I'ma seek that faster. No fucking around, we have just entered the chapter. We've been lost, not found. Now we got a little bit of backup. Cause we coming with numbers and my people starting to stack up. You don't wanna see a nigga act up. Hey Jay, tell them where we at, bro. After the rain, we gotta change. We cannot do it the same. Better say his name, GMJ. But you gon' win this race. It'll be a whole brand new day. Goddamn it, we gon' win this case. Give a damn what your people say. Everybody yelling out GMJ, 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 GMJ. We don't give a damn what your people say. Everybody yelling out GMJ, GMJ. And this the way we rockin'. Bitches on the poppin'. We will not let you stop it. Let's go. The ball done dropped, nigga call them cops. I told you that we call them ups. It's about that time, stop that line. And we don't really need no clock.
Locked down, under pressure, with the mask on.
But we back now or never. Motherfuckers better get their ass on. Ain't no sad song. And we won't leave the past alone. Cause the past that made it strong. Cause the mind never made it home. And they wouldn't leave George alone. And we playing me wrong. Cause I keep me a chrome. Better move it along. I don't mind at all if you want a brawl. I can make a call to my big dog. I'm telling you, dog, this ain't shit talk. When I cross the line, you get picked off. See the man in black, it ain't shit soft. Put the man on mute, but man, we gon' fix y'all. Thought that we would stop, but man, we got pissed off. Days got changed, it's time that we lift off. Low 25 the day that we win, y'all. We don't give a damn about your agenda. We know you got troops, so go ahead and send them. After the rain, we gotta change. We cannot do it the same. Better say his name, GMJ. But you gon' win this race. It'll be a whole brand new day. Goddamn it, we gon' win this case. Give a damn what your people say. Everybody yelling out GMJ, 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 GMJ. We don't give a damn what your people say. Everybody yelling out GMJ, GMJ. And this the way we rockin'. Bitches only poppin'. We will not let you stop it. Let's go.
They did what they did to him because they thought they could get away with it because they actually believed. They believe. So when you tell somebody you're racist, you're not just accusing them of something that this is a person who holds a certain frame of mind. They believe they're right. People need to understand that, and this is my approach to systemic racism. That's why it's called systemic. It means that there's a system. It's not just one or two people. Yeah, you got those three people, they got locked up. Okay, fine. But there's a system. In other words, look at the system that had to work for this not to be heard. This was not the first African-American male or female that has been shot, killed because of some racial misperception. We know that. And the rest is history.
What's going on? Sorry I'm so late. Y'all know I don't like to be late. I ran into a little hiccup, but I'm here. Let me take my screen down so y'all can see I am in the building. 1 second. There we go. Couldn't find it. How y'all doing? Welcome everybody. Vibe and talk. It's your boy. Yeah, I'm just getting back in the house. You feel me? Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Uncle Charles, day one in the building. Soul Journey of Life is in the building. Miss Fifi, salute to Miss Fifi in the building. Glad y'all in the building. Who else we got in here? Lioness is in the building. Salute to the Lioness. I got their cousin in the building. Shout out to my cuz. Yaya's kids. We all are y'all's kids. You feel me? Who else we got here in the building? I think I done spoke to everybody that I see in the chat. There ain't too many people in here. And that's fine. That's A-okay with me. Starting to get used to it. So appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. BSM, Volume 3 is out right now. But also, before we even get into that, free my motherfucking big brother, man. Let me get my mic right. Forgot my mic is over here. Free my dog, man. Free the Supreme. What y'all waiting on? What y'all waiting on, man? It ain't rocket science. Yeah, y'all got to make it right. It's too many people that went down there to Louisville protesting for Breonna Taylor. That's locked up. GMJ ain't the only one, but he one of the biggest. Free them people. Y'all got caught lying. Y'all got caught lying. There's no reason they should be in there. That's the least you motherfuckers can do. What you holding them people for? Oh, you must be got another reason. It really wasn't about that, was it? We know better than that. We know better than that. We know why y'all holding the brother, man. You trying to silence the truth. Yeah. Well, we gonna keep calling. Keep knocking down barriers that you put up in front of us, because what's for us, no man can take away. Big facts. What up, Cold Pepsi? How you doing? Appreciate you for coming in. I want to give a big shout out to the Lioness. She not only do she support the channel, she's a friend. She's a friend. I mean, Lioness done got in some disagreements in the past. We ain't see eye to eye. That's what friends do. But at the end of the day, she's a friend. Got a lot of love for the Lioness. You feel me? Big shout out to my cuz, Yaya's kid. Not only is she supportive, she is real family. She be there for her brother. I definitely just wanted to give them a big shout out. And then I definitely got to give a big shout out to my members. Miss Fifi's in the building. Appreciate you for being a member. I sent you something in your email too. I don't know if my platinum members checked their emails, but I sent y'all some. So make sure you check your email. All my other members, Leslie B, I don't see most of them in here, so I haven't, said anything. But shout out to all y'all, man. My brother's a member. Miss Q, Carla, she don't even come over here, and she's just a member. Salute to Miss Q, Carla. The man above. Who else? My brother YJ the author, Neutral, Chloe, Bams. I love all y'all, man. I just want to give y'all a shout out. And if I'm missing anybody, I ain't got my list in front of me, give my mind, because my heart is in the right place. But we're going to get into a jam. We're going to jump into a couple of topics that I got for y'all tonight. And I'm going to drop the link as well. If you want to come on up here and speak on it. Make sure. Yeah, BSM Volume 3 in stores, man. Matter of fact, let's do this. Focus. Been aligned for increased assets.
26 tracks, no skits, available on all platforms.
Black Sector Mafia.
How ill am I floss to piss you off.
Never made recess. I ain't playing with them.
Straight out the streets to be on my black marble.
Do anything I put my mind to.
Focus. 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 Focus.
I got tunnel vision, going hard, I'm on a mission. I don't feel no damn pain, my blood boiling, my sweat dripping. I see the goal, that finish line, I'ma make it there, even if I'm limping. The booth is my fucking gym, I get some training for the damn Olympics. It's easier with the repetition, but it's hard when you birdie lift. My problems damn near weigh a ton, but I'm brolic, bitch, look what I'm bitching. I'm focused, like I took a handful of Adderall. I never give up, even if I lose, nigga, I stand tall. What about y'all? No steroids, no supplements, I don't use that fuck shit. Nah, I don't cheat the process, it's natural, it's God's gift. My flexing make you wearier, I make you feel inferior. Any hurdle blocking my path, it's heads up, I'm clearing ya.
Focus. 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 Focus.
I've been through a lot, I never would drop. You might have forgot, but I got my brother, my pop. My little one looking, I never will stop. Even on defense, I look for the rock. All of you demons are part of the ops. Now y'all niggas go inside of a bar, and I can give a damn about the time on the clock. Life too short for the rhyme and the stop. Gotta clean my mess, so I find me a mop. If I ain't in the picture, better find that crop. Better look for the truth, cause the line don't stop. Give me a second to breathe. Most of these niggas, they checking they lead. You cannot say what I'm destined to be, cause it's already set up for me. I ain't got time just to find and repeat. Pimp look twice, you'll find that piece. If you're looking for the real, you'll find it in me. Wanna find me, check the line with the G's. If you ain't noticed, I come from a soldier. I come from the hood with the rats and the roaches. This is no magic, no hocus, no pocus. Grind hard, nigga, focus.
Focus. Focus. Focus. Focus. Focus. Focus.
Whatever you do, focus on that. Don't let nobody tell you can't do that. Tell them get back, tell them watch this. Overall, I Aspigation. Lift that weight in the gym, you can't lift. Push it, locked in. Push yourself onto the limit and tell yourself, hold up, I got this. Prove them wrong cause they say you little. Prove them wrong cause they say you fat. If you fail once and you fail twice, tell them hold on, I'll be right back. They gon' hate it when they see you bounce back. Just know that they ain't gon' like that, but you gotta show them that you're bad. Like MJ and Mike Jack, they can't believe it, but they see it. They can't believe you achieved it. They can't believe it, they ain't did it. That's how you make an ass out them shitters. Reappear like hocus pocus. You got the energy, adrenaline rushing. Go hard on them like a D. They ain't see it coming cause you was focused.
Focus. 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 Focus.
Yeah, focus. Man, that song right there, hey, if you need some uplifting, some motivation, put that song on in the morning. Get your ass right on up. I swear to God, get you right on up, man. BSM Volume 3 album is out on all platforms now. Still available for sale on Body to Beat Global website, also on Bandcamp. But you don't got it, you don't got it. Shit, you can go stream it. Support. Y'all, you look at it. It's Crucial K. I mean, he messed my whole, he made it dark all of a sudden, this motherfucker, didn't he? Yeah. Nigga still here. He's still here. Make sure my screen right. Yeah, man. Go support Black and Indie. You say you support black, support some young black brothers. Yeah, I'm still considering myself young. Shit. Yeah, dig. Who else we got? We got the Healing Channel. Salute. Appreciate you for sliding in. Appreciate you. Grind hard, nigga. Focus. But what I want to talk about first, it's a video in case y'all haven't subscribed to my second channel, Community Crime Network. Make sure you do that. I'll drop the link in here for y'all real quick. I drop a lot of videos on that page as far as, you know, the crime that goes on, the unjust that happens with the boys in blue. Just a lot of stories that, you know, I feel like you be interested in. And this last one that I posted, I don't know if y'all seen it. I think I put it on this page too. So you might have did see it. That shit bothered me. That shit bothered me because because what they did to the young brother, but the officer got acquitted. That's a problem. So we're gonna watch this. That's my link to my community crime channel. So y'all sit right there. I'm finna pull this video up. And we're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch the whole thing. It's like 17 minutes. But I'm gonna skip to some parts. Beans in the building. Beans in the building with me. We're gonna skip to some parts. And look at this comment real quick. We good, Fifi. We good. Brunswick is a place I hate, but it's blessed. The storms seem to always die down when they get to this area. I don't know what it is, but I thank God. You feel me? So, matter of fact, let me just play this song real quick, and I'm going to get this video ready. This is the homie, OG Cobb, and his brand new single, Die Young. Y'all check it out. Right here on Violent Talk.
Wasting time with a cigarette. You're like smoke inside my lungs. Get me high, but give me death. They say I'm old enough to die young. Thinking blindly as I regret. Without a high, I'll lie alone. Fill my lungs up one by one. La-di-da-da-da-da.
I am here to represent it. I am here to get it poppin'. OG mid-time rockin'. Ain't no need for me to stop it. Take it to the next level with the sacred shovel, sacred spade, digging graves, sitting back, politicking with the runaways, speaking with a double blade, popping off, blowing stage. I don't oppose to confronting enemies, but if you make a way through crossroads, this way you late. Chip and dip that Frito late, cause it take time to cross over them toes. You have to pay. Love life, this life I live. Loyalty you have to give, cause if you choose to elevate your mind, then you gotta build, still sharp and steel. Wings up so you know it's real. Key up if you want a meal. Money macking, situation. Murder homie, you know the deal. Every day's another situation that requires proper preparation. Live these principles in moderation. Throw it up for the G Nation.
Wasting time with a cigarette. You're like smoke inside my lungs. Get me high, but give me death. They say I'm old enough to die young. Thinking blindly as I regret. Without a high, I'll lie alone. Fill my lungs up one by one. La-di-da-da-da-da.
The first brick of that brick road made it go. We walk upon. Mentally we elevate. Celebrate under the sun once you begun. Ain't no turning back, no retirement. The loyalty that I give is meant to inspire. Hence, moving forth if you know the course. Jump down, know that no remorse. Get the business straight from the source. Nation building more than discourse. Push the pedal down on that force. Teach it lit, raise up that force. Deep inside, raise potential force. No lights about it from the north. What's the next best thing to do? Organize, unify the crew. That's with the business. We the witness. We the willing focus, see it through. Pressing known to each his own. Off in the zone, they popping off. Try to show that they can flow. See the growth, throw it out the source. Screaming boss, better know what's up. Pontiac examples for us. Moving forward as we discuss. Nation business without the fuss. Kicking up dust to bring the balance. For nation peace, I pose the challenge. OG, mid-time, get down without the violence.
Wasting time with a cigarette. You're like smoke inside my lungs. Give me high, but give me death. They say I'm old enough to die young. Thinking blindly as I regret. Without a high, I'll lie alone. Fill my lungs up one by one. La di da 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 da.
Yeah, that was the homie OG Cobb. Check his Spotify page out, man. Go support the brother. I'm gonna try to get him up here one day. He's a working man, so it's hard to get him. But shout out to my bro, man. Street Doctor in the motherfucking building. Nobody delivers the street news like the Street Doctor. Y'all check him out, man. I fucks with the homie, man. Salute. Salute, salute. Soul Journey of Life is back in the building. But we're going to take a look at this video. It's about Jonathan Price. Black man who was gunned down. Gunned down. I can honestly say that. You're going to see it for yourself. By the police. And this is the type of stuff that a lot of us really start following the NFAC. Because we had enough. And it's like, when is enough enough? Obviously, they don't think it's enough. So y'all take a look. We're going to watch some of this, and I might do a little commentary. But let's check this out, man.
You going to do good?
Yeah.
Huh?
I go.
You doing good?
Yeah, stand right there. You understand me?
Hey. What's going on?
Stand right there.
You doing good?
Yeah, you're going to stand right there, okay? You understand me? Stand right there.
I hope you have a good night tonight. Okay, okay? I'm sorry about the broken glass right here.
You did this?
I didn't do this, but he tried to like wrap me up and shit.
Okay, well go ahead and turn around for right now, okay?
I'm not trying.
You're not. You're gonna turn around. Is this a guy?
I can't be detained right now.
You're gonna be detained.
I can't be detained right
You're
now.
gonna be detained.
I can't. Hey.
You're gonna be detained.
Hey,
quit it. You're gonna be detained. You're gonna be detained. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back now. You're gonna get tased. Do you understand me? Put your hands behind your back. Get back. Get back. Get on the ground! Now! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on.
This is what you call escalating the situation. It's a tactic that they use when they start yelling. Always remember that.
Get on the ground!
All right, so we're going to stop it right there. Put a 1 in the chat if what you saw was that man attacking the police officer. Put a 2 in the chat if you don't think he was attacking the police. If you think he did, 1. If you don't think he did, put a 2. I just want to hear what you got to say. If you think he attacked the officer, put a 1 in there. If you don't, put a 2. All right, we got a 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. Okay. All right. I don't think he did either. But later on in the video, I don't think we're gonna get that far. We're gonna watch a little bit more because it's something I want y'all to hear that's gonna bother you like it bothered me. But that was his reason for shooting. You tased this man. He didn't oppose no threat. I understand he wouldn't listen to you. You wanted to detain him, he wouldn't listen. Okay. You tased him. The taser didn't take him down like you wanted it to. I think that pissed you off. So I think he was reaching for this taser because he had no gun. No gun nowhere. Unarmed. Let's watch.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get back! Get back! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Turn around! Turn around! Turn around! Put your hands on your back! Now! Give me your hand! Give me your hand! Give me your hand! Give me your hand!
You wouldn't even do anything that you shot for nothing.
Yeah. Hey, go to the fire, tell them shots fired, shots fired.
Hey, you're a fuck.
103 County, shots fired, roll AMR. AMR's on the way. Get back! Get back!
Hey, bro, help me out, bro. How you feel good about yourself right now? I'm a fucking piece of shit. The only side that I don't man, no man. Hey, bro, help me out, bro.
Get it. I got a bleed out kit in my car. I got a tourniquet right here. I don't know where he's hit. I got a bleed out kit. Hey, Jimmy, can you hold that? Hey, turn around. Turn around.
Yeah, help him over now.
Turn around. Yeah. I know you're hit.
Oh, fuck. Help me. Stop right there, okay? You got gloves?
No, I got some in the car. Hold on.
Hey, what's going on, Johnny? Yeah, you better save this fucking room.
You better get back now.
What are you gonna do, fucking shoot off, you piece of shit?
Get back.
I want y'all to pay attention. Well, you'll see it pop up on the screen because I actually typed on the screen. So listen to what this guy tell him. This is gonna blow you. I know it blew me.
They didn't help my fucking
Where's some scissors?
Hey, get these fucking brothers off.
Hey, you more on its way?
I just called dispatch.
I got it right here.
Where's the just one out of the bag?
No.
I hope you ain't got nothing. I'm gonna be pissed as a motherfucker.
I got a tourniquet right here as well.
Goddamn, take the handcuffs off where he shot. Hang in there, Bob.
Get these fucking wires off. Bro, hey, you good? You staying in there, bro? You good?
Hang in there. You need to get the end of that gauze and get it in that hole.
Everything gonna help right now?
Just step back. Just step back. There's too much going on. Step back.
Get these wires off my wrist.
Bubba, you just gonna have to stay there for a minute. I'm sorry. We're doing everything we can do. You hear me?
No.
Go to a better place.
Get these off me.
Have you radioed AMR yet?
Yeah, they're on the way.
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Let me go back just in case you didn't.
Get these wires off my wrist.
Bubba, you just gonna have to stay there for a minute. I'm sorry. We're doing everything we can do. You hear me?
No.
Go to a better place.
Get these off me.
Go to a better place? Now, I don't want to misconstrue what the hell he meant, but he wasn't talking to nobody but that man. He told him to go to a better place. Was that his way of saying die? Yeah, we ain't got to watch no more of that. Oh, man. Now, this officer was acquitted. In case y'all didn't know, this happened back in 2020. This was silent for 2 years. Now, if any one of you have heard it, and I'm just finding out about it, then salute to you. I wish somebody would have told me about this. This is the world we live in. But yet, they treat the people who mean well like criminals, when a lot of the criminals in the world wear a badge. Then their police uniform is just disguised, because up under there is a white sheet. Or should I say sheet? For some of them, not all. So let me make sure I reiterate that. Not all. But like those cowards that's in Louisville, those are the criminals. GMJ is not a criminal. But yet you treating him like a criminal. What we just saw was criminal activity by a man in blue. But guess what? He walked right out the goddamn courtroom, scot-free. But you got GMJ who just pointed his flashlight, which happened to be on the gun. Didn't hurt nobody. Matter of fact, you hugged the man after the bullshit happened. He never opposed no threat to you, because if he did, you wouldn't even talk to him. But this man just told him to go to a better place. You have to understand why a lot of people are afraid when they get pulled over by the police. It's because of cowards like this. It's almost not safe to call law enforcement when you're having some type of issue at home, domestic violence, shit like that, because you never know if whoever is involved in this domestic violence dispute gonna be alive after they leave. We should have the right to police ourselves. Shout out to Lorraine. Lorraine broke that down to me a while ago. Don't bring your ass in our neighborhoods, even though I don't think that was our neighborhood in this scene. Because we seen who all he was around, and I have to say, they actually looked like they cared about him. Crazy. Jonathan Price, y'all. This happened in 2020. 2 years ago. Link in the chat. If you want to come up, voice your opinion. But yeah, let's take a look at this.
Hey, it's for all us, man. Black royalty. One time. Black mom, black royalty. My woman spoiled me. She on that conscious tip like floor G. Pull up, she know it's me. My beats loud, but my conscience louder. No doubt about it. Black royalty, that's why I'm styling. FBA shit. Black mom, black royalty. My woman spoil me. She on that conscious tip like floor G. Pull up, she knows me. My beats loud, but my conscience louder. No doubt about it. Black royalty, that's why I'm styling. Poppin' sinners.
I'm all black. My style is like I'm classy wildin'. I'm on point and I'm sharp. Don't you pass me styling. All my queens in my gardens. I embrace the islands. And the streets are jungle.
Free GMJ, man. Free GMJ. Yeah. Take a look at some of y'all comments. Lorraine said the brother broke up a fight. Hey, I done seen that happen before. The person who tried to stop the violence is the one who get killed. Now, the white dude that was snapping on the police officer, cussing his ass out because he shot his buddy, jumped bad at him a couple of times. He ain't do nothing to him. Later on in that video, he told him, I'll whip your ass. He told him, I said, hey, if he die, I'm going to whip your ass. He told him that. He didn't do nothing to him. He said, go somewhere else and catch another charge. Excuse me. So many of us getting killed, we're bound to miss some, but this was radio news silence. Yeah, you're right, Fifi. It's so much of this going on in the world. So they're not going to make every story national news. Because if they did, it wouldn't be nothing else on TV or the news to watch. But them killing innocent people. Black people, that is. Think about it, man. Let's be real. How often do you see an innocent white person get killed? How often do you see that? And you expect for us to say, oh, racism don't exist? Where? In the ocean? Shit. Fish kill fish. I don't even have to say we have to wake up because we see it. The question is, what do we do to stop it? Now, for this dude to be acquitted of all charges, that's a problem. The jury was all white. And don't think that was by a coincidence, because it wasn't. You should feel something right now. You should feel something right here. Because I do. And I the one who put the video up. I get frustrated and aggravated every time I see it. There should be a lot for the whites that are not racist. They have some type of power, whether it's in media, your athlete, your politician, whatever you do, you got some type of power and you're not racist, you should stand up for shit like this. You feel me? I know us people down here, we can't do too much but make some noise. But there are people that say they're not racist, and I truly feel they're not, but they won't stand up and say nothing. We trying to get the little power that we deserve, but it takes strategizing, because they ain't gonna just give it to us. It's like they ain't gonna give us these reparations. We're not living under a democracy. We're living under white supremacy. It's simple. It's simple. If you don't see it, then maybe you need to open your eyes. I don't get out the house at all, and I see it. I think we are the only people who walk on thin ice, even though we may be innocent, not doing nothing. You out in the public, you got to be careful when law enforcement around. Law enforcement is the new gang. Blue code. Find the lie in that. Find the lie in that.
Hi, Kino.
I'm too blessed to be at odds with you demons. Every time I talk that real shit, they say I'm preaching. Fuck it, let me preach then. Preach, brother, preach. Fuck it, let me preach then. Preach, brother, preach. Cause I'm too blessed to be at odds with you demons. Every time I talk that real shit, they say I'm preaching. Fuck it, let me preach then. Preach, brother, preach. Fuck it, let me preach then. Preach, brother, preach. I'm in the clouds, this my sky cam. Proverbs 17:10, rebuke is more effective to a wise man than 100 lashes to a fool. That mean you willing to take correction. It's really just how you move, it's really more about the lesson.
Philippians 4:6, don't you be anxious about anything. You should believe that you can make it with prayer by any means. So follow your dream, no matter how hard it may seem. If you got God on your team, pain is a part of the scene. What you see is a mark of the beast.
Some I'm trying not to see. Colossians 2:8, don't let them capture you with empty philosophy. Oh man, I call that folly. Weight on my shoulders and shit, my brain feel like the dolly, can't trust anybody.
And that's the truth, I wanna spit it back. But it says in Mark 11:24, I tell you whatever you ask in prayer. But see, my people don't believe, cause my people been deceived. That's why most of my people leave.
I'm too blessed to be at odds with you demons. Preach. Every time I talk that real shit, they say I'm preaching. Fuck it, let me preach then. Preach, brother, preach. Fuck it, let me preach then. Preach, brother, preach. Cause I'm too blessed to be at odds with you demons. Every time I talk that real shit, they say I'm preaching. Fuck it, let me preach then. Preach, brother, preach. Fuck it, let me preach then. Preach, brother, preach.
When I feel like I'm lost in the mist, I read James 1:6. When you act, you must believe, no doubt. That's what it is, that's the ones who doubt. It's like a wave from the sea. It goes up and it come right back down. Don't make believe.
Vision long in Psalms 119. Joyful are people of integrity. That shield of anointment feel like some weaponry. It's war in the streets, I can see they aura. New age, how to make them aura. That's the reason why we preaching to them. Preach, brother, preach.
It can get hard just to make amends. But 1 John 4:7 talk about what's a real friend. It say we need to love one another, for this love to come from God. Tell me why it's hard to love your brother.
He looking down saying, preach, brother, preach. He looking down saying, preach, brother, preach. He looking down saying, preach, brother, preach. He looking down saying, preach, brother. I'm too blessed to be at odds with you demons. Every time I talk that real shit, they say I'm preaching. Fuck it, let me preach then. Preach, brother, preach. Fuck it, let me preach then. Preach, brother, preach. Cause I'm too blessed to be at odds with you demons. Every time I talk that real shit, they say I'm preaching. Fuck it, let me preach then. Preach, brother, preach. Fuck it, let me preach then. Preach, brother, preach.
I can't sit back and just watch watch my people fall. I can't sit back and just watch my people fail. It ain't in my DNA, but I guess because I speak positive and got a message in my music, people don't want to hear that.
Preach, brother, preach.
Now, I don't claim to be a teacher, I don't claim to be a preacher, but I got a voice and I'ma use it. So if you call what I'm doing preaching, then I'ma keep on preaching.
Yeah, pride out. Pride out. Pride out.
Preach. As y'all can see, I got my sister, my Rolly, Rain in the building, the lioness. What's going on?
Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. I missed everybody. I was always asleep when you would go live.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. You're here now, and that's all that matters. So, what's your thoughts? Talk to me. Tell me what you think. Did I lose you? Might have lost you. Till you come back, I want to comment
like
on
a pet.
Yeah, now I can hear you. You going in and out. Might want to drop down and come back up because you're Borging. Drop down and come back up.
He didn't follow orders.
I'm gonna wait on you, Lorraine. I want to take a look at this comment that my brother Questman put up. And I ain't gonna lie to you, at first, when I hear people like talk about this, it's almost like I don't trust none of them. I understand now. But it was just the way I was raised, you know. I can't hate anybody that has love for me. No, we don't know. You're right, Questman. We don't know who's a snake. You feel me? That's why it's like, it's hard to meet new people because you got to get to know them. All right, there you go. See that. Can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
I can hear you now. We couldn't hear you earlier. You was like silent for like 30 seconds and then you came in. So we didn't hear nothing you said.
Oh.
Nothing.
Oh.
Sorry about that.
What I was saying is that as I listened to the young man talk, I was thinking he had a form of autism. You know, it wasn't severe. And the people around him had probably grown up with him or known about him for years. And he may have been more like a pet to them without being funny about it. But sometimes we take people on and treat them that way as pets. If you got a bunch of brothers that have like an Eminem, you know, Eminem has to have some skills, and he might be, without being facetious, they might look at him as the pet that can do tricks, and they watch out for him. And he may feel like he's as good as they are, but everybody's not going to see him that way. And like this young brother, he probably felt like he was as good as everybody else and was acting like everybody else. And it just wasn't so. And he paid the price for it. He didn't want to go in now. You know, I don't need to put my hands behind my back. Nobody else did. That's why I said he even sounded a little autistic, like he had some form of a mental slowness. I'll put it that way. But everybody doesn't talk fast. Like everybody doesn't think fast. But I think he saw himself as being equal to the people around him, and the police showed him that he wasn't. You can
I'm
hear
sorry, I
me?
was on mute. Yeah, I'm sorry, I was talking back to you. I'm on mute. I want to ask you this, because yeah, he talked kind of weird, but I looked at it as
Yes.
he was drinking, and sound like a country boy, and I think those two things tied in together. I think that's exactly why he was talking that way. Now, I can't tell you how a person with autism talk, but if that's how it is, then that's how it is. But I thought it was just the alcohol because when he walked up on him, he's like, "How you doing?" Whatever he said. You okay? You doing good? You okay? You know what I'm saying? At that point, I just say, yeah, he is lit. He is drunk. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what it was. But you don't think, I want to ask you this as well. You don't think that what we heard from his buddy that was sitting there, you don't think that was genuine?
Yes, I believe it was. But like I was saying, he was in a different position. If he had, you think that the police would have shot him if he didn't back up when he told them to? He pulled his gun out on him.
Oh, he wouldn't.
You see that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. You messing with my pet. This is my friend here. But he wasn't going to risk his life and his position, and he was in the position to talk trash to the policeman because they were both white. They speak the same language. But
yeah,
look how they did Michael Vick about dogs.
Yeah,
So you don't mess with their pets. You don't mess with their dogs. And I think this brother was their pet. And I say autistic because maybe he was drinking, but it was like childlike conversation. You good? Asking the same question, and he wasn't formulating in his mind what was going on around him, the situation. He didn't, he didn't get that.
Right. And I get what you're saying, and I just feel like he probably was so lit. I think he was really being friendly. He wasn't even being mean to the cop, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
And the cop was just already ready to fuck with him off rip. You know what I'm saying? He didn't even know if that was the goddamn right guy. He had to ask somebody, "Is this the guy you talking about?" That's who you wanted it to be, right? That's who you wanted it to be. What up, Quest man?
Peace and blessings. Can you hear me pretty good?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Salute, K Money.
Yes, sir.
Yes, indeed. Peace and blessings, Sister K Money and Sister Lorraine. Salam alaikum. Okay, so
Walaikum assalam.
that the comment I made about the snakes. See, here's the thing. And I've got a comrade who happens to be, you know what I mean? He happens to be Caucasian, right? And we go through, we battle back and forth with stuff like this all the time. And the point that I try to make to him, like, look, if you are really not racist, okay, and I don't think that the person is, but sometimes people could be racist and not even know it. You understand? They could do things that support what it means to be racist in the systemic racist life that we live in. They can do certain things that go against us. So, for example, I explained to him, I said, one of the things that you could do is stop comparing your suffering with the suffering that we're talking about, because it's not the same. You still have your identity. You still have who you are. Even if you didn't know who your grandpa was, you still got a good idea of where you come from, and you're still speaking your own language, and so many other factors, right? So I said, you got to stop comparing your suffering with what the suffering that we're talking about here. It's a whole different level. I'm not saying that you're not suffering, but it's a different kind of suffering, right? Here, like what the sister's talking about with these individuals in this scenario. I've seen situations where they have a trophy nigga. You understand what I'm saying? They may not say that with words that this is our trophy nigga, but the way they behave towards him. You know what I mean? They probably have some little wise cracks when they're drinking together, and he's probably the bun of it. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's like they know he doesn't know, and then to top it off, like we're saying here, maybe he has some mental disabilities anyway. So that gives them free reign anyway. He won't even know the cracks that are on him because he's not all mentally there anyway. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand exactly what you're saying, and I guess you would think that normally, speaking on how you and Lion is speaking on the same thing, pet, whatever, it's only one that hang amongst many,
Right.
because of course they wouldn't do that. Let's say if it was a group of 5 that normally hang with, let's say 10 of those, they wouldn't do that shit. They wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like in what you guys are speaking on only happens to a person that solo themselves out to hang with just those people, or it could be the environment he live in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He could be brought up in that neighborhood.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He can't help that. You know what I'm saying? That's where he live. That's where he live. But I definitely get what y'all saying. That's a hard pill to swallow to even look at it that way. But y'all got a point. Seriously, like you.
But see, we're not from the South either. We're not from the South, so we have a different viewpoint of that. It's like I hate to discredit his name, but Eminem is a good example for me. Eminem had to have some skills in order to be a comrade to all these black rappers. He had to have a skill, and they might protect him because of what he is from everybody else. They're proud of him. They support him. And in the South, it's different. It's different. To me, the mental attitude is different. You had black men that were out drinking with their buddies, and then their buddies tie him to a pickup truck and drag him down the road.
Right.
See, there's no place to do that up north. Stuff like that happens in the South, and in the South, black people are more willing to look for acceptance, from the other group of people feel like they're good enough.
Oh,
go ahead.
We're gonna come back to that because I don't know. Question, let me ask you this: if I don't know, this probably would never happen, but I'm actually just for shits and giggles. If you got a guy and not your white buddy that you've known, you've been promoting the NFAC or any type of black militia or black power movement, and you have this guy, you check his credentials, he's a white guy, and he wanna help you. Do you turn that help down? Do you turn that help down? You done check his credentials and everything looks solid, which a lot of things can be fabricated. I understand that. Do you turn that help down?
Here's the thing. I'm a human, and the thing about being a human is we are prone to error in our thought and our observation. There may be some more than meets the eye, and if you look at the track record of what's the way I think now, like I always say, I don't look at people as just individuals. I look at them as a collective. All sparrows behave the same in general. There may be that one sparrow that does something different because it sees an ant that the other ones didn't. But it's still going to, at the end of the day, behave like a sparrow.
Is that fair?
It is, I believe so, and I'll explain why. Because you'll have a situation where you see a dog playing with a deer. They grew up together, the dog and the deer, and you understand. You see little nature shows or little YouTube shows where the dog and the deer or the dog and the goat get along, but the goat's still a goat and the dog's still a dog. There's certain things about our nature. What I do anymore, see, back in the days, I might have fallen for that. What you're talking about, I might have fallen for that. I might have, and there's still a side of me that would be open to an extent. But the road has to be just as clear as that image in the background. You understand? Because today, especially in today's time with technology and everything, there's so many shenanigans, so many schemes from all kinds of people. You don't know what's behind the fine print. What are you giving me? You ain't giving me nothing before.
Hey, do you play the lotto?
No, I don't. I don't gamble.
Yeah. Linus, you play the lotto?
No, I don't gamble.
Damn, this is a bad example for y'all then. Shit, God damn. Well, I'm gonna say it anyway because I know somebody out here gambles. So you know how many people play scratch offs or play the lotto, and they had numbers. I don't know. They got these numbers in a dream, and they said, "Man, I ain't fucking with that shit today, man. I done lost so much money," and those numbers hit. And you be like, "Damn, I should have played it. I should have played it."
You know what that's called, brother?
What's that?
What you're talking about there's a term we say in Arabic. It's called nafs al-lawama, right? It means the self-accusing soul. The reason why I'm saying that is in the scenario that you asked me about, I would have to, at the end of the day, I would have to consult my inner self and measure out who this encounter on that basis. I'm not going to just, close the door just because he's, pale skinned. You understand?
Okay, because that's what I thought you meant.
It's anybody. It could be Chinese, Mexican, whoever. I'm going to respond to them with my instinct, with my features, my God-given abilities. You understand? So, if you put a plate of food, I'm gonna eat it, but I'm gonna consult the heart. For example, one of the things I used to talk about back in my college days, in high school days, when it came to dealing with people and kicking it with people, I would look at who they kick it with. I'm talking about when it comes to people of other races. When I see your main entourage is all looking like you, and then when I see you with your folks, and I see all they folks is folks that look like you, and I'm the only person that happens to be your homeboy, and you want me to come over and kick it. I don't see nobody. I don't see none of your family members kicking it with folks that look like me. I hear them saying, "Oh, I'm not racist. I don't see color." I hear them saying all that, but I'm looking at the car. I'm like, nah, white daughter, white son. That's their cousin. He's white. The neighborhood they're going to, the neighbor's white. The neighbor's white. The guy across the street. I'm like, nah, I'm okay. You understand? I understand. Birds of a feather flock together. So in this scenario, in any scenario in your life, brother, your heart has to be the metrodome. You understand? When it comes to, calculating or balancing or keeping time with any encounter, whoever it be, brother or another.
Exactly. Absolutely. Because I don't think, you would go to, the toughest neighborhood in you live in Cleveland, right?
Yeah. Oh man, talk about tough neighborhoods.
Yeah. Yeah.
People get shot right down the street.
So what I'm saying, you're not gonna go to the toughest neighborhood and go befriend one of the gangsters that just hurting people all day, right? No, You're not. I wouldn't. I don't want to be a fucking attached to you. I don't want me attached to you. You know what I'm saying? So when it coming to the guy you just spoke of, he got a bunch of white friends, but he want to befriend you. You like, well, what the fuck the rest of your black friends? Well, maybe he came in contact with a lot of them that was cool like you, Quincy. Right. You never know.
I get that.
Let me give a shout out to my people in the chat that just got here. What up, John Q? YJ is in the building. What's going on? Appreciate y'all for coming through. Let me read some of these comments real quick because I don't want to leave no people out.
East Cleveland.
Chloe says, so a person of the same race, your aunt says, that's pretty much what I just asked right there too, Chloe. Hell yeah, I'm suspect of a lot of them motherfuckers.
Right.
A lot of them shit. Hey, listen, I use my eyes and my head. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I can look at you, listen to you talk, watch how you act, especially how you interact on social media. I don't want nothing to do with you, pimp.
Look,
it don't
brother,
fucking matter what color you is.
I've done some Uber driving, right? And
Me too.
One of the things about Uber driving is you meet all kinds of folks. You understand? You meet all kinds of folks. And one time I had a pickup from the airport, and it was a white business guy. I could tell he was business, of a business character. But he was kind of nervous to get in the car because he didn't know if I would take him on the trip that he wanted, which was at that time it was from Columbus to Cincinnati. You understand? Yeah. So, I'm like, I looked at the rate, I look at what I would be looking at, for the take back. I'm like, come on, get in, let's do it. What the heck? Let's do this. We talked the whole trip there about business, about economics, and all kinds of stuff. Come to find out, he was the CEO of like a major corporation in Cincinnati, right? So let me say the trip was about $250-something, right, from Columbus to Cincinnati. I can't remember the exact amount, but guess how much I got tipped?
Nothing.
No, I got tipped something.
$100.
No. This is again. Let me say this again. This was a CEO.
You said the man got money.
He gave me $500. That's the first time I ever tipped $500 like that, right?
Ooh.
And the reason why he said that is because I had good conversation with him. You know what I mean? He felt that he was talking to his equal, like another business-minded person. And he kind of encouraged me to keep on going, to keep my perspective, and to make sure that I pay attention to the fine line and all that kind of stuff. And I mean, to be honest with you, that was like my second or third life encounter with like an executive. You understand? An executive person. So I thought that was like, wow. I was like, okay. Then I asked him, like, you sure? You sure you want to give me this amount? So I'm not going to argue too much. I ended up kicking it in Cincinnati for that night. I didn't. That's why I just stayed there. I didn't even drive back. You could have just drove right back to. I was living in Columbus at the time, but I was like, man, yeah.
Look, I've been through a situation not as similar as that or extravagant as getting a $500 tip.
Yeah.
But I would pick some guys up, about 5 of them. You know what I'm saying? And I had to let my back roll down so they can get in the back. So I left my door open, and I keep my gun right on the little side pocket. It's clipped to it. So if anything go wrong, shh, don't fuck around. But anyway, I got out, the doors open, the dude was sitting next to me. You know what I'm saying? I got in the car and said, hey, what are you doing? They drunk. They just came from a bachelor party. Buddy just about to get married. Drunk as hell. Happy. They were super happy. Got in the car, play some Tupac. I will, but I just want to make sure you got the right intentions of saying it. Hope you ain't saying that just because I'm black. But anyway, so he said, hey, man, who you shoot with that gun? I said, people, what you think? His buddies in the back, like, they just fell out laughing. He said, really? I said, nah, but if I have to, I will. Yeah, I will. He's like, oh, okay. So, conversation continued, put on some Tupac. Next thing you know, hey, man, let me hold that gun, man. Let me just shoot up a couple of stop signs. I said, man, do I look like a fucking idiot to you? They in the back just rolling. They were like, don't give him that gun. I said, you ain't got to tell me. I ain't going to give him my damn gun. If I give him my gun, I'll be laying on the side of the road some goddamn well. He said, you think it'll be like that? I said, I don't know you, brother. So, after the conversation, they, telling me how long they been down here celebrating, blah, blah, blah. At the end of the trip, the trip was a little small 8-minute ride. They gave every last one of them tipped me $10. Every last one of them. And he's like, man, you know what? You all right with me. Now, if I would have went off my first impression when he said, put on some fucking Tupac, that shit could have turned left, right, up, down because I got on the offense off the rip. But sometimes you have to just listen and watch. You know what I'm saying? Because if you jump to conclusions going by the history of a race, you can miss out on a blessing. I know that's hard to believe, but it's real. That's the only reason I asked you that question, bro.
Yes, indeed. You know that example I gave you with the sparrows? One time I saw a sparrow in a what do you call it? It was like a magpie or some other kind of a bird. It wasn't a raven, but they were like literally helping each other get something out like a open spot in the ground. They kept one would go in and pull out, the other one would hop up and try to pull it out, and eventually they got it out and started, then they started fighting and tearing it apart. My point is, when I approach a lot of this stuff, I try to approach it with business economics first. You understand? That's with anybody. I always try to approach it like a business endeavor. You understand? Because I don't know what opportunity that's favorable I might find in this situation. You understand? Right. Like they're saying over here, yeah, Cleveland, Ohio is a bit rough. In this area, I'm in the heart of it. This is where if stuff was going to go down, it's going to go down right here. But my point is with anybody, whether it be an Asian, whether it be whoever, I always, I keep my principles. What it is that I believe, what it is that I stand on, and how I feel about the different aspects of humanity. But when it comes to dealing with anybody, my first thing isn't going to be, oh, well, I don't know if you're going to be poisonous or not. Well, that for me, I have to have a kind of competence in my own self, my own ability to perceive my surroundings for danger, for threats, for benefits. You understand? You have to be fully what we are in any scenario. You understand? So. One of our abilities is the ability to reason and to be to observe, to have a kind of discernment. So when I deal with anybody, it's not going to be their skin color isn't going to be the primary element involved until it shows up somehow in the course of doings. If that becomes a factor in this business endeavor, then I respond accordingly. But if, let's say, it's just a matter of, hey, he sold me this, I bought this, he sold that, and I bought that, and we carry on our way. Here's my business card. You can call me if you need something else. Like my job now, I'm an IT repair tech. Most of my clients are business owners in corporations. You understand? Owned by people of other ethnicities. And so most of the time when I'm there, I'm dealing with all kinds of folks. And right. I could feel the aura that some of them have. Like just the other day, I'm at an attorney facility installing some things, and I could tell that they were, off the script. They would have had all kinds of words to say about this brother that's up in their place installing stuff. Who do you think he is? Right. But it didn't matter. At that point, we were on the code of here's a business opportunity. You need me to install this so you can get your show rolling. You understand? So we all got to get along. Yeah, I'll take that cup of coffee.
Let me ask you. I'm gonna ask both of y'all a question. We're gonna go to the song. I want to see what y'all response is gonna be to both of these questions. Linus, I know you don't go, but it's a simple question. When you go to a strip club, what do you see?
I've been to see male strippers before, and I couldn't believe the deadness in their eyes. To me, their eyes were dead. Their bodies, looked nice, appealing and everything, but it's like they didn't have a soul. Their eyes were empty.
So question man, if you go to Hooters, what do you see?
Well, I see people. I like the sister. I probably won't agree either, but I see a kind of business endeavor going on, and people showing up for the reason for the season.
Question man, who do you see when you go in Hooters, man?
Well, you're gonna see this. You're going to see the girls in the short skirts.
Okay. All right. So
I'm in the Hooters though, so don't get that wrong.
No, I didn't say you did, but everybody know what Hooters is. Everybody know what a strip club is. Lioness said she broke it down. I'm gonna tell you how she thought about it. Because normally what people would say, I see strippers or I see sexy women. She said the male strippers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You said you see women with bikini, shorts or short skirts. What I expected you to say, yeah, you see women with big tatas. And that would have been the wrong answer because all of them don't got them.
Right.
See, you go to a strip club, you are guaranteed to see. You are guaranteed to see a stripper, whether it's male or female. But when you say, hey, let's go to Hooters, you say, yeah, we finna see some big, and then you get there, it ain't really what you thought it was.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So your environment and what you are around on a daily basis, you're going to know what to expect until the unexpected happens. So you can't always walk up in any situation, any type of environment, and expect to see the same thing every time. And I think that's the problem with how people interact with others that's not from the same environment that they're from.
Right.
Oh, I seen him over there in the motherfucking hood. Oh, he's a dope boy. Bitch, I'm over here talking to these kids to get them off the goddamn block. How is you judging me? You see how that happened?
I get that all the time, brother. In my line of work, all the time. I'm there, and I've even been questioned about my credentials, my ability to achieve the assignment. I said, look, if you have any wonders, you just sit right there and you can watch. I have no problem with you watching. You understand? I've been doing this since 2010, plus the educational background and all that. If I must, manifest all that before thou. But my point is, I've been like I said, most of the people that I've had as clientele when it comes to this line of work have been people of that race, predominantly.
Right.
So I've been challenged regarding my skill level and whatnot. And even after I, what's funny on the flip side is that even when I do an excellent job, a superb job, right, they'll give me props and everything, but like they're surprised. You know what I mean? Like, oh, he did it so wonderful, and he was professional. He had everything in order, and he was well prepared. I'm like, it's the job.
Hey, let me tell you how you stop that assumption. I don't know what your prices is or who you work for. You work independently.
Yeah.
Charge them top notch prices. They ain't go question shit you doing. If you got a low ass price, I don't trust this motherfucker right here.
Right.
For real. Never sell yourself short, especially when you're dealing with them, because they want to pay top notch. You know why? Because that's what they're used to paying. Y'all stay right here, man.
So look, tell me what's the problem, you saw the collection. Nothing but some fly shit, see the color selection. I keep it gutter in the streets, yeah, I'm kinda connected. I'm thoroughbred, so you know that I'm kinda respect. You know the real recognize real. It's only right, just how it goes. You know the real recognize real. Yeah, the real recognize real.
From the streets to the gutter. Rest in peace to my mother. Became a beast for my brother. Been seeking peace from the struggle. Been ducking, dodging the trouble. While I'm just trying to recover. Looking for dimes in the rubber. Hoping I find me another. I pray for peace to recover. These scraps just leeching on others. Walking these streets to move further. The fact is I will not duck them. Damn right I'm backing my brother. Them maggots I do not trust them. Automatics aimed at them suckers. Bitch I'm the brain and the muscle. They got me screaming I fuck them. Rushing and busting these suckers. I try my best not to touch them. I do my best for my mother. I can't be left in the gutter. Go in your chest for my daughter. And I don't gotta give orders. Cause I'm a boss and they know it. And they know it. Cause I'm a boss and they know it. You never have to speak on who you are and what you stand for. The G's move in silence. Real recognize real.
So look, tell me what's the problem, you saw the collection. Nothing but some fly shit, see the color selection. I keep it gutter in the streets, yeah, I'm kinda connected. I'm thoroughbred, so you know that I'm kinda respected. You know the real recognize real. It's only right, just how it goes. You know the real recognize real. The real recognize real.
No explanation is needed. Don't have to give you a reason. Just recognize that I'm king and know that I will not be leaving. No, I don't talk about people. Try not to spark around ether. It's getting dark, but I see through all of the lethal and evil. I get too fussed about you niggas. I ain't got no love for you niggas. Don't make me touch you, little nigga. Shit can get tough in my village. They call me boss cause I'm bigger. And you just one lost nigga. It's best you don't talk pimping. Cause you might leave off limping. Let's go! See these niggas, they don't know the difference. But hopping photos with us. Niggas, they don't know the vision. Just know I'm so consistent. I put in work and get commission. Ain't no dope in my kitchen. But I can get my wrist to flipping. Don't know no competition. The lead I got is so distant. So go figure, whole nigga. Fucking slow niggas. See, you niggas gotta realize the truth don't need no help, nigga. And I'm the truth.
So look, tell me what's the problem, you saw the collection. Nothing but some fly shit, see the color selection. I keep it gutter in the streets, yeah, I'm kinda connected. I'm thoroughbred, so you know that I'm kinda respected. You know the real recognize real. It's only right, just how it goes. You know the real recognize real.
And I'm the truth.
Yeah. The real recognize real.
Yeah, that was real recognized real. And that's big facts. Salute the light brown eyes. I don't think I spoke to you. Thank you for sliding through. I'm gonna ask you, I want to talk about this comment John put on the screen. I got on the screen from John Q. Your environment is a reflection of your thinking. You're attracted to those things you think about most. What's your thoughts on that, Linus?
I agree. And I wanted to talk about the Southern thing.
Okay.
All Southerners aren't the same. I've seen black people that are so black that, you know, not skin tone, mentally black, you know, raised in the projects, raised around just black people. And so they're not easily influenced, you know, by another group of people. They'll try to be polite, but they're not going to give up their ethics or their blackness for anybody else. And the ones that do are usually the ones that get hurt, you know, that get used and abused, you know, trying to fit in, trying to be accepted. And it was a stark reality for me to be around black people because I've been raised all my life around white people. And because it was a military, there was a conformity, you know, there was a certain way you had to act and speak, you know, behave and everything in order to be accepted, and you still weren't. And so when I came down here, there was a different language, and I saw two different attitudes. There were some that were black, and then there were some that were like step and fetch it. Yes, I miss a boss man. Yes, Miss Ann. And even to this day, as long as I've been here, I still see that. And they're the ones that get hurt the most. The ones that are so quick to vote for people that aren't going to do anything for them. And um, I wasn't trying to be facetious or mean, by what I said. And I'm to me now, I'm going to defend my race before anybody else, because nobody else is going to do that. And for somebody to think that I'm racist because of that, okay. If that's what you think, okay. But I'm in my lane.
Right.
I have control over my lane. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that
Anybody
back
else
up.
will kick rocks.
and that's pretty much hit what I was going to touch on. I'm glad you brought it back up, but I agree to that. I think you said it in a way I might have took it the wrong way, but I got you now.
Okay.
But I just want to go back to John Q's statement, because I definitely agree with it 100%. Your environment is your reflection. It's a reflection of your thinking. You're attracted to those things that you think about the most. Now, I will say this. They say positive thinking, you put positive energy out there and it comes back. Man, look, sometimes I question that shit. You know what I'm saying? When you try to do things right, of course, if you're a spiritual person, they say that's when the devil come at you the most.
Right.
Well, that's not positive energy coming back at me. But what he's saying is, the things you think about the most is, that's just what you are, I'm going to say, because that's what you see. That's going to be your environment. If you think about the streets, if you think about money, fast money, then 9 times out of 10, you're going to be in the hood somewhere trying to get it. Trying to get it. I ain't lying. Look, I've been there. But if you have a mind frame where you're thinking of a way to be successful and going about things the right way, you're gonna try to place yourself around people that can teach you, or people you can learn from. Don't matter the color, because I don't give a damn when I'm trying to live better. Because if I'm the smartest person in the room, that's a fucking problem. I don't want to be the smartest person in the room. That means who the fuck can I learn from? So I think whenever you think about things, you don't think about it in color. You just think about what you want as a person. You never know who's going to be that person in your environment. That's what I want to say to what John says, because right now we're speaking on, our environment, where you would go versus where they would go, and then you brought up Eminem. Damn, Quest, man, I thought you was gone, man. You blending in good with that goddamn background, brother.
Yeah.
I was in the company. I was like, you must be got up and walked away.
That's why I like it so much. That's why I keep using this one.
I swear to God, I didn't know you was there till your arm moved, bro. But yeah, you watch your dogs, Quest, man.
Well, I definitely get what the brother John is pointing here, but I even see some other configurations of the same wording. He said, where'd it go?
Oh, my fault.
Oh, he said your environment is a reflection of your thinking, but I can also suggest that our thinking can often be affected by our environment or our perception of our environment. And how we identify what's going on around us, how that's received to our own thinking process. So, let me say something biblical, if you would. There was a man named Ayub, aka Job, right? And Job, no matter what the situation was, he was destined by divine decree to suffer the loss of his property, his wealth, his family. You understand, and even his health. You understand.
Right.
So it didn't matter where he could have lived on the moon; he was still going to get his medicine. So what I'm saying is, for this reason, that there are factors in life that we have no control over. You understand that nobody has any control over, because there is an Almighty who does have control over it. And what we have to do in any given situation is utilize our skills to the best of our ability. And sometimes we find that they're compatible. They happen to be compatible with the environment that we're in. And this might sync up with what Brother John is talking about, that you're going to be more drawn towards things that nourish what you're about. You understand? If you're a Klingon, then you're going to be trying to find those environments that that you can be a Klingon with. You can be stuck on other people's business, other people's lifestyles, everything other than but yourself. If you're a type of person who kind of has an independent sense of life, you're going to be doing your thing in that light. Whatever it is that's your cup of tea, you're going to be drawn towards that, or you're going to be trying to find ways towards that, or like you even put it, whatever way you think might get you to that. So if it is wealth, but you're limited in intelligence, you're going to be looking for that wealth in ways that aren't intelligent.
Right.
Your passion is the wealth, but you just don't have the insight of how to obtain it properly.
Yeah, but you wouldn't go to a motherfucker who's stealing, right?
Right. But on the flip side, on the same side, even if you desired wealth and you had certain skills and knowledge, there might be destiny factors that are prohibiting you from obtaining it. You understand? Right. Or at least at that particular time. I've had situations in my life, so many. That's why I often say living proof of the scriptural truth. Because I've experienced things in my life that I didn't have no answer for. I've met people. I remember one time there was a lady that I didn't believe that we would be sit on the same couch together, and yet, lo and behold, here we were. I've had situations where wealth came in the oddest ways, lawfully, but or certain attainments in life came to me, or certain experiences in life. Earlier this year, I don't know if you're aware of it. I think you were. I was in a hospital bed. The man in the white garb said I should be dead. The way literally everything, the way it was, lining up. We got one to go. That's what it was looking like. And I was prepared. I was literally trying to condition my mind to accept the idea that I could be dying. So I'm thinking, like, man, really? Because inside of me, it was like, it can't be that. This don't feel right. I don't feel like I'm supposed to die. Yeah, right. But everybody's telling, brother, the doctor. Oh, I'm sorry, but So I'm thinking to myself, like, man, well, if this is what it is, then I've got to line my mind up for it, And it was a hard thought to chew on, because there was so many aspirations. I'm an ambitious person. I like to achieve and to reach goals. You understand? Just like we did with the song, that one song it had to be done a certain way. And my mind couldn't see it any other way than that way. Anyway, my point is, each of us has some aspect like this in themselves, where here they are in their life. And you, at each step of the way, you have the opportunity to make an agreeable choice. I'm not going to say good or evil. You have an opportunity to make an agreeable choice, meaning something that works in your favor, or a disagreeable choice that doesn't work in your favor, and you end up finding yourself stuck or in compromise. Right. So what we were just looking at the beginning here with the clip, yeah, the brother may have some mental issues, but in my opinion, I don't believe he was in the right environment to begin with. You understand? I believe that maybe, like you said, this might have been how he was brought up. Maybe they were childhood friends. Who knows? A number of things. But there's certain things that are almost like telltale signs about life, like where your road could lead to. Eventually, if you sitting there out there in the corners selling the dough, whatever, right? Eventually, that environment, whatever that leads to, is going to catch up upon you.
Eventually.
It's going to meet you because that's what's there.
Yep.
You understand? If a zebra is playing in the field, I like these animal analogies. If a zebra is playing in the field where the lions prowl, he might have speed, skills, hind legs to kick, whatever. But eventually, the lions are going to be like, this one right here. He keep on showing up.
Yeah.
I'm kind of hungry.
I gotta get in.
Your enemies. See, here's the thing. This world is polar. There's a polarity. For whatever you do, there's an enemy that is intended to prevent you. Even the enemy that looks in the mirror. You understand? Absolutely. Whatever you do, there's an enemy that will try to hinder your effort. So whatever you do, whether it's good or evil, agreeable or disagreeable, there's something there that ends up being an obstacle. You understand? And just like you want to do a good job in your endeavors, guess what? The enemy wants to do a good job also in stopping you.
Right. Absolutely. And that's why I feel like, you bust your ass to do the right thing. And that's why they say mental health is important.
Yeah.
Man, because if you're not strong to deal with your adversaries, which, your enemies, anything that's a roadblock to your road to success, no matter how hard you work, those things coming your way, and you're like, man, God damn, what do I got to do? What do I got to do? You better have a strong or solid background, support system, and faith, because trust me, it's hard when they say when you're doing good or you're doing something right, that's when the devil come at you. Yeah. Well, he need to take his punk ass on some goddamn well. You know what I'm saying? Because when you think of doing right, doing good, putting positive out there, you're supposed to get positive back. That ain't positive to me, man.
Let me ask you a question then.
That shit hurts.
Brother.
What's up, bro?
When you endeavor to do, if you're an ambitious person or person who's trying to get out there and win, that means you're looking for opportunity, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, well, the enemy's also looking for opportunity.
Well, he ain't got to fuck with me.
But that's the opportunity. She's like, I was watching a live where a sister was like, how come every time when I start to do something, these fruit flies start to show up? My point is that it's similar in real time, in real life. The moment you're doing the things that attract the enemy, just like you're attracted to the opportunity or the possibility of success. Like, oh man, I grab this mic, I write it this way, or I stand up for my people, or whatever it is the person does. I've learned how to, I've learned the medicine of the body, whatever it is. And the minute you start doing that, you're now putting yourself in the what do you call that little laser, that red laser light of the enemy, because he's looking for the person who does that. You understand? If you think about all of our elders, all those who came before us that stood up, they were doing fine up until the minute they got into the crosshairs of the enemy. You understand? Oh, he's talking like that now? Well, he was fine when he was just saying I had a dream.
Mm-hmm.
But the minute he starts, you want to talk that stuff. You want to talk like you got some sense now. Yep, okay, he's in the crosshairs now. You understand? So, I mean, I was watching real quick. I was watching last night. Daggone it, the episode of this episode of Lord of the Rings. Right? Yeah, I know I'm a nerd. So I was watching this episode, and the dude was he was an elf with a bow. Right? He had everything planned out. He's got all the people up there. There's a small little village they're trying to defend against these goblins or whatever. He had it all planned out, but there was like this one mean goblin that was like he just wasn't feeling it. You know, all the other ones were popping off easy, but that one goblin, he was like, "Okay, I got you." He looked up at him like, "I got you." So he took everybody off that roof, and then the elf he knew was the problem. He went after him. Forget everybody else. Knock him to the side. Knock him to the side. It's you that I want. You the one that made the strategy possible. So you the one that's the threat. You understand what I'm saying? So when you start when we, like the sister said, in her lane, when we're in our lane and in our strongest point, you better believe you're going to have an enemy looking right at you, just like the brother said at the end of the song we worked on. It's going to be your address that the enemy has.
Absolutely. Big facts. All right.
Yes.
We're going to play this last little snippet of this promo video, and we're going to come back with final thoughts, man. Y'all sit tight, man. This was a great discussion. I appreciate y'all.
Hey, it's for all us, man. Black royalty. One time. Black mom, black royalty. My woman spoiled me. She on that conscious tip like floor G. Pull up, she know it's me. My beats loud, but my conscious louder. No doubt about it. Black royalty, that's why I'm styling. FBA shit. Black mom, black royalty. My woman spoiled me. She on that conscious tip like floor G. Pull up, she know it's me. My beats loud, but my conscious louder. No doubt about it. Black royalty, that's why I'm styling. 5%ers.
I'm all black. My style is like I'm classy wildin'. I'm on point and I'm sharp. Don't you pass me styling. All my queens in my gardens. I embrace the islands. And the streets are jungle.
Yeah. Free my brother Grandmaster Jay. Y'all keep doing what you do. Support the brother until he free. Free him. God damn it. But yeah, I enjoyed this conversation, man, and I appreciate two of my favorites always come up here to rock with me, man. So we're gonna go ahead and get our final thoughts, and we're gonna start with the queen, the lioness herself. Drop your juice.
Okay. Like I was saying before, there's black people and there's black people, and I can't speak for anybody else, but I have learned to see and hear the technology, the language that's used, the things that they do to keep us at each other instead of together. And I just want to be black, and I don't want to be anybody's pet. I don't want to be anybody's toy. I want to be an adult. I want to be grown, and you don't have to call me queen. You know, you just, my name is fine. You know, that's the name my mother gave me. That's good enough for me. And as far as equal treatment, I don't expect to get it from anybody. I have to want to create that for myself, to be equal within myself and not compare myself to anyone else. And respect. You respect me, I'll respect you. You greet me, I'll greet you. You'll get from me what I get from you. But I'm not looking for anything from anybody except respect. If you can't respect me, leave me alone. You don't like my opinion? Kick rocks. And
goddamn right.
That's about it. Yeah. And you know, I'm not trying to please anybody, but I'm trying to lead a peaceful life.
Absolutely.
And that's it. That's it. And everybody's not gonna like that. Everybody can't deal with that. But then everybody's got their own things to deal with. And I'll leave you alone to your mess. You leave me alone to my mess. All of it's not mess, but all of it ain't perfect. And like Questman was saying, as soon as you think you're doing your best is when Shaitan pops up all in your face and saying, well, I thought you said, well, I thought you was going to do this. I thought you was going to do that. And we have to stay on course. We have to stay on course, Stay on
Stay the
course
course.
and look out for one another. That's right.
Absolutely.
That's right. And like I
Yes.
said, I missed everybody because it got to the point where I was going through so much, I would sleep by the time you would go live, or I wake up and catch the last song. But I'm glad to I'm glad to have been here. And then I've been on Quest Man. I'm the only moderator, and I'm checking. Make sure nobody's saying anything foul or inappropriate and everything. And then I wake up and it says, watch the replay. So, I'm burning candle at both ends. But I'm straight. I'm straight. I'm glad to be back. Glad to see you and see the people that have come in and listened and um I'm glad. And I thank you, boss man. And
I
I'm
appreciate
gonna go down into the chat now.
it. All right. Thank you, Linus. I appreciate you. Like she said, man, hey, have no expectations and you can't be let down. That's how I live. Drop your jewels, Quest Man.
There's a saying that we scripturalists ones probably have heard, on earth as it is in heaven. That's similitude of that is micro and macro. You have your own physical body, and when you decide to perform ablution on your body, when you cleanse yourself, when you bathe yourself, you're not focused on just one part of the body. You understand? You're trying to cleanse the entire body, and you don't, make any real distinction between the arm and the leg. Everything needs to be cleaned. Okay, so that's the individual. As a collective, one of the things that I've reflected upon is that often when we have certain aspirations in these days, they tend to be selfish. They tend to be something that's meant to only gratify our own desires. But you often find that you're more successful in the aspirations that benefit you as a collective, as a people, us as a collective. Think that when you fit in your place, your part, and your actions are something that end up favoring the whole of you and not just you. You understand? You end up finding yourself more successful in life. You understand? If you're an engineer and your engineering benefits your community, you're more successful than if you're just an engineer as a hobby where I'll build me a shed if I want to. You don't benefit. In fact, you lose. You lose the expense that it costs to build it, and it only benefits you. And I'm saying this because, like I said, macro versus micro. When we focus on those things that help us as an individual, so long as ultimately it helps us as a collective people. I'm saying this for a reason. I'm saying this for a reason, family. In this clip that we saw, one of the things that I could at least applaud the people there for, you understand, irrespective of their ethnicity, is that they were standing up for basic human principles that, hey, you shouldn't have taken this man down like this. Okay, that's a general principle, and that's a general idea we should have amongst ourselves more than anything. Like the sister said, she's for the people. That's scriptural. You understand? To stand up for your people, yourself, your family. Your family includes your people. All that represents who you are. So I'm simply saying this, that we're in a time where we need to manifest selflessness and not selfishness. You understand? Selflessness and not selfishness. Look at what your skills are. Look at who you really are. Not who you want to be, that looks like someone else. Not who you think society has conditioned your mind to be, but really get a good hold of yourself. Who are you, and how, and what part do you play in this? You'll know what part you play in this because it benefits the whole. It benefits the whole and not just the individual. When you find that in you, when you find that, hey, this is what I'm here for. Everything is doing that, family. Everything in creation, it's filling in a spot that's involved with the whole of the nature of things on earth as it is in heaven, as above, so below. You understand? If you can take care of this body and keep it healthy, well, guess what? This body then, and you have the obligation to keep your community healthy, your people healthy. This is healthy? Okay, then now your people, get them healthy. Your community, the community body, get that body healthy. And the way we do that, in these scenarios, we need to look out for each other. The brother was talking about policing our community, our own self. Yeah, these folks need to get up out of here. They don't even know us. We don't know them, but we know each other. We know each other. So we come together and we definitely stand up for ourselves. All this kind of stuff, it would definitely reduce. It would, if not, come to an end.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. Man, appreciate those words, man. And like you always do, you drop your jewels and it makes a lot of sense, man. I like your analogies, the way you break things down, man.
Yes,
but appreciate you for coming up, my brother.
No doubt. Peace and blessings.
See you when I see you.
Free Grandmaster J, all that. Definitely. Salute to the soldiers.
All day long, brother. All
Take
day
care.
long. All right, man. The brother Quest Man, dropping his jewels like always. Appreciate that, my brother. Now's Oracle. I see you in the building. I see you. Let's see. I got a comment from John before I go into mine. John said, everyone carries their own water in life in direct proportion to the strength they carry it. Self-discipline and patience are important to have on the journey. Go slow so you don't miss anything. Yeah, I done heard John say that several times. I don't know if you remember that, but I done heard him say that several times. Obviously, he believes that. And you're right. The water you carry in life, direct proportion to the strength that carries it. Are them shoulders strong enough to carry it? Yeah. For me, what I took from it, and I could be wrong, one, God ain't gonna put too much on you that you can't bear. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna walk around with a ton of water because you can't carry no damn ton. You feel what I'm saying? It's impossible for a man to do that. But same time, like you said, for the weight that you have to carry around, it may be hard. Have patience. Stay the course. How you like that, John? Have self-discipline. You know? Now's Oracle say, okay, she's talking to K9. Okay. So the video I showed earlier was about Jonathan Price, and the man lost his life due to another cop. I don't even want to say abusing his power. He lost his life to somebody who just didn't like him because of who he was. One thing that my homeboy B1 said one time, I'll never forget it. He said a lot of these guys grow up wanting to be cops because of what's been put in their head as they was growing up about black people. And when they get that badge, that's their opportunity. I hate you. I hate you niggas. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them probably wouldn't even be a cop, but a lot of them was cowards when they was in school. But they've been taught to hate us for so long. This is my opportunity to knock a couple y'all off. Now remember, I'm not talking about all cops, because there are some good cops out there. I got friends that are cops, white and black. When you're out in this world, you got to use these and use this. As simple as that. Don't make, rash decisions. You can't always go off of the history of what has happened in any situation, because they change. That's the point I want to get across. You know the saying, you make an assumption, you assume, you make an ass out of you and me. Yeah, when they predict who's going to win a game, most of the time it's off of history. But then they have to look at the talent. In this case, look at a person's mind. Listen to them talk. Watch how they move. Watch how they interact. It's going to tell you everything you need to know. Then you can make your decision. Say, you fooled me once. Shame on me. Shame on you, excuse me. You fooled me twice. Shame on me. Because I gave you a second chance to fuck me over again. Just be safe out there, man. You shouldn't have to walk on thin ice when you go out in the public because of what can happen. But you got to use your head. Make the best decision for you, because most of us, our decisions are going to affect somebody else. You got kids, mother, father, grandkids, brother, sister, uncles, husband, wife. Like Lioness said, I just want to live in peace until I'm gone. They say rest in peace. Can I live in peace? That's why I stay in the house all the time, because this is my rest haven and I get the most peace when I'm here. You know, it might not be the best thing to do. You should go out and enjoy the sunshine. But I think, like, damn, I like the got into 3 wrecks yesterday. Every time I go out the house, motherfuckers almost crash into me. Just don't feel safe out there sometimes. But I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here, man. Like Questman said, man, love your brothers and sisters. If you got it, they need it, help somebody out. You never know the feeling whenever you able to do for someone. It's a hell of a feeling. You also don't know when you're going to need somebody to do for you. Y'all be easy, man. I'll see y'all next time, man. This has been Vibe and Talk.
And new tonight, an armed militia marches outside the suspect's home.
Well protected, well protected.
You don't win wars by marching and protesting. You win wars by fighting back.
I love y'all.
This is the part where I get to say I told you so. When everybody else said, we were crazy, we was over the top, that we was making stuff up, but a lot of people don't realize that also was the moment that galvanized the start of our movement. was from Brunswick that the NFAC blew up, and then the next time you saw us was at Stone Mountain. A lot of people act like we popped up at Stone Mountain and we was in Brunswick first. I'm up in the building. It was the Brunswick issue first.
Some of these people be talking, and they ain't really about that action. We faced with a whole bunch of problems, while the blacks wanna add on baggage. It get cold in the world, motherfucker better get your jacket. If I happen to pull out my ratchet, better hope a motherfucker know magic. Body just wrapped in plastic, body just placed in caskets. If you're black, then your life just has it. Why the fuck our life ain't tragic? GMJ taught a nigga not to be so passive, so I won't be a weak little bastard. And the truth, I'ma seek that faster. No fucking around, we have just entered the chapter. We've been lost, not found. Now we got a little bit of backup, cause we coming with numbers and my people starting to stack up. You don't wanna see a nigga act up. AJ, tell them where we at, bro. After the rain, we gotta change. We cannot do it the same. Better say his name, GMJ. But you gon' win this race. It'll be a whole brand new day. Goddamn it, we gon' win this case. Give a damn what your people say. Everybody yelling out GMJ, 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 GMJ. We don't give a damn what your people say. Everybody yelling out GMJ, GMJ. This the way we rockin'. Bitches on the poppin'. We will not let you stop it. Let's go. The ball done dropped, nigga called them cops. I told you that we called them ups. It's about that time, stop that line. And we don't really need no clock.
Locked down, under pressure, with the mask on.
But we back now or never. Motherfuckers better get their ass on. Ain't no sad song, and we won't leave the past alone. Cause the past that done made it strong. Cause the mind never made it home. And they wouldn't leave Georgia alone. And we playing me wrong, cause I keep me a chrome. Better move it along, I don't mind at all. If you want a brawl, I can make a call to my big dog. I'm telling you dog, this ain't shit talk. Wanna cross the line, you get picked off. See the man in black, it ain't shit soft. Put the man on mute, but man, we gon' fix y'all. Thought that we would stop, but man, we got pissed off. Days got changed, it's time that we lift off. Low 25 the day that we win, y'all. We don't give a damn about your agenda. We know you got troops, so go ahead and send them. After the rain, we gotta change. We cannot do it the same. Better say his name, GMJ. But you gon' win this race. It'll be a whole brand new day. Goddamn it, we gon' win this case. Give a damn what your people say. Everybody yelling out GMJ, 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 GMJ. We don't give a damn what your people say. Everybody yelling out GMJ, GMJ. This the way we rockin'. Bitches on the poppin'. We will not let you stop it. Let's go.
They did what they did to him because they thought they could get away with it because they actually believed. They believe. So when you tell somebody you're a racist, you're not just accusing them of something that this is a person who holds a certain frame of mind. They believe they're right. People need to understand that, and this is my approach to systemic racism. That's why it's called systemic. It means that there's a system. It's not just one or two people. Yeah, you got those three people, they got locked up. Okay, fine. But there's a system. In other words, look at the system that had to work for this not to be heard. This was not the first African-American male or female that has been shot, killed because of some racial misperception. We know that. And the rest is history.